We're on pace for like 11 o'clock to finish this. Then we gotta clean our shit up and bullshit a little more.
Yeah,
It'll be a good time.
I'll be going by it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's waste this footage.
Alright, ready? Are you comfortable? Are you okay? You got 128 gigs. You'll be alright with a couple seconds.
It's about an hour and some change, and maybe a little bit over.
Okay.
It's not as much as you think.
Yeah.
Damn. It's a lot of
Recording video just takes so much.
The higher the quality. We are.
I'm waiting for this nigga to give me a go ahead.
The camera.
3, 2, 1, go.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. You're listening to the A5 podcast. I am Frank, a.k.a. PJ, here with Jonah,
Yo, what up?
John.
Oh, don't touch me right there, please.
What the? Wow.
Ray, thank you. And Fabian.
Yes.
No, what the fuck?
Don't
Was-
touch him there.
I had a
That's
brain
it.
fart.
And that was the first thing to mind?
Stranger danger.
What?
Stranger danger.
Goddamn right.
Wow. Oh, all right. So,
What can I say, man? I apologize.
uh,
No need to. No need.
fellas, what's going on? What's
Chilling,
up?
man.
What's up?
Nothing.
How are you guys enjoying this beautiful fall weather that we are currently experiencing?
Hoodie
Yeah.
weather is back.
I know I'm really excited
I
about
thought we
it.
still had a few days.
I got some
until
dope
summer.
hoodies, so yeah, I'm
I
excited.
mean, the end of summer.
Man, I still miss summer, man. That's the quickest summer ever. It's just pissing me off.
I
It
mean,
was pretty quick, wasn't it?
You know why?
No.
Nigga, because we was lit the whole summer. I feel like I had one of the best summers that I've had in a long time this summer.
That could be true. I did a lot of
Yo,
shit
me
yeah.
too. I could say
Yeah.
that too.
I really enjoyed it. That's why everything was going like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
A lot going on, a lot here and there, a lot of back and forth. What's the saying? Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I feel like time flies just because I got older.
nah.
Like, I feel like summer vacations when we were in school were just, that was it.
I think it's.
Like, it took forever.
I think it has to do with
Nah.
our perception of time now.
Now, you want to know when time flies by? Have a kid. Have a kid.
That
You-
shit goes slow as fuck, nigga. That
For
shit-
you? Nah. For me,
What the
yo,
fuck you talking about?
nah, bro. For me,
What
time
haven't you
goes
got
by
in
so
bed yet?
quick.
Exactly. I'm just
Nah,
waiting for
time goes by super quick,
It's
man.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. John's like, it's not 8. Fuck. Think you guys to sleep.
I be counting the minutes, like, and my kids don't take naps. They're like, nah, we just not. We're gonna be up all night. The thing is, these niggas be up all day and up all night. Like they'll go to bed like 9 o'clock, but one of them stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning in the pitch black room, like she fucking Batman and shit. Like, what the
Dang.
fuck is wrong with you, niggas?
Yeah,
We're
she got sleep
trying to figure
apnea.
out what the Riddler's doing with the hostages. Like, what the fuck are you, nigga? Nigga, you're 9. You got school in the morning. Go to bed.
At
Like,
least you got, now that it is the fall, you've got 2 in school, so that kind of releases the load.
Pause.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna say it. I was.
Yeah, we're gonna pause that. Rewind. We're gonna do that over.
It reduces the stress during the day.
Yes, it does. And the boys are way easier. If you have kids, like make sure they're boys.
Dang, like you have that much of a.
I love my daughters. They're my princesses. Like it's something about like a dad and his girls. Like
Yeah.
even if they get on it, like all right, you know what I mean. But boys, they just chill as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like you. So they just want to sit there and like watch whatever shit that they're watching, and they don't want to talk to mommy. They don't even want to talk to you. They just want to just mind their business, then get up and go play a little bit.
Not
maybe get some
mine.
food.
Not mine.
I was
Yeah,
about to say,
they-
I kind of think
they
that's
play-
Not
They
mine.
play, but what I mean by that is that I don't get as much attitude from my sons as much as my daughter. My sons cry
probably-
and whine a lot.
you probably
But-
already beat it out of them.
Nah, the thing is, I don't even beat my kids like that. Like I don't. It's rare, few and far between. I threaten to beat them. That's how you got to do it.
I
You
mean,
got
that's-
to You got to scare.
Still the
I'm
fear.
It's probably intimidating enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You got to do it with the dad tone, and then you don't have to hit them.
With
You know
the
what I'm
dad
saying?
tone.
I figured that out. It's a key. But sometimes you got to whoop that ass. Sometimes, not all the time. Not like with the Datsun or the van.
Oh, I
Oh, the van.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, PJ.
I deserved it.
I'm
Looking
here-
back, I knew I deserved it.
The van?
Yo, this nigga was mad at 16. He was like, I don't know why he did. Like, yes, you did, nigga. The first time I ever
So-
heard of this nigga getting in trouble. Go ahead.
Long story short, it was like one of them half days at school, and I had a bad influence in my life at the time. So my parents had a spare van that it was for emergency should one of their cars decide to crap out. I knew where the key was. I happened to share the information that I knew where the key was, and said bad influence was like, "Yo,
Let's take it for a joyride.
that
we
thing
should
to school.
we should drive the van."
It wasn't me, by the way.
No, it was
It wasn't
nobody
me.
here at this table.
Okay.
I'm glad you clarified that because
So-
I was secretly thinking
No,
like,
it
damn,
wasn't.
John
I wasn't
fucked
that.
this
I
up.
wasn't that kind of friend. Though. I
So-
wouldn't have did that.
My dumb ass was like, "All right, cool, but we got to put it right back where it was." We never left my driveway, but at the time I had a
Dumb as
decently long driveway. I drove it, he drove it. I drove it, he drove it. On one
How
of
old
the
are you?
Oh, that's a great
He
question.
was young because he told me
it
when
was
we-
no. I
when
can.
I was,
I
like,
was
13.
12.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
I
he
was
young.
reason because we were in 8th grade. We were still in the.
In the,
we were in
the
our
old-
first middle school.
That's not
Okay,
12,
the old
13,
middle
I think.
school.
What? 7th grade?
Oh, 7th grade.
Yeah, it was 7th grade.
Yeah, it
That's
was
when I
7th grade.
first met him.
Yeah, it was 7th grade.
Okay, I can't
So, homie's driving the car. Now, mind you, we don't have our seatbelts on. Somehow, I think he probably did it on purpose. "Quote unquote," loses control of the car. We go flying over like a ditch, through some grass, into
Ooh.
a tree.
Oh man.
Everything said and done. Front of the car destroyed.
What?
2 nice star prints up in the windshield, and we're fucking panicking. So what do? We call our local paraplegic friend who has a van and is capable of helping us to pull the van out of the tree and then push it back into the spot
Paraplegic
that
friend.
it was. Yeah, it was a paraplegic van. Yeah, he didn't come. He sent his helper.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Is that like?
I want to hear the rest of this
it's-
shit,
it's
man. You
so
might as well
fucked
keep
up.
going.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's
Let's
just-
go.
Yeah, you
So-
got me captivated.
Story time.
So now our dumb 12-year-old selves are like, "Yo, how are we gonna figure out a way around this?" We got the van back into the exact spot that it was. Right. Problem was, it was facing the wrong way.
Well,
There was no way of fixing that.
Yo.
But we thought that we might be
Get
able to
away with
figure
it.
something out. But it happened to be under a lot of trees.
Oh,
So we
man.
took said branches and put it, like big ass branches, on top of this van.
front to front like the tree branches fell on top of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I mean, I think there's a thought I played. I think that
I
was,
want to hear the
Listen,
rest of this
it
shit.
was as thought out as
Yo,
possible.
This is the first time I ever heard this
It-
story in full detail.
It was as thought out as it could possibly be. Mind you, that night
shit, for
there was
some
supposed to be a
12-year-olds.
school dance, right?
wreck night.
Yeah,
Oh, he got
exactly.
wrecked. Oh, he got wrecked that
Exactly.
night. He got wrecked
So-
that night.
I get everything set up. Homie goes home. I bet. My mother takes me to rec night. She had not noticed what had transpired. My father
Ooh.
comes home. He notices what had transpired.
Ooh, because we always do.
And listen, I knew I was going to get caught. It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. My father showed up at rec night.
While you was dancing with Becky.
Nah. It was like a last meal kind of situation. I
Bruh.
knew it was happening. I knew it was
Oh.
coming. I thought I would get through the night. I didn't. I didn't. Because my man showed up. I felt like I was, you know, when you see in the movies the prisoner walking to the lethal injection,
Yup,
who's on
yup,
death row,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
That's how it felt walking down the hallway to my father waiting at the entrance to the high school, to the middle school.
That feeling
Wait,
when the
how
police
did you
pull
know he
up
was
behind
there?
you and throwing them
Because
lights.
they came and got
and your
me.
stomach just dropped. Oh, shit.
Yeah, they came like, hey, your father's here. So yeah, like John said, instant stomach drop. I said, all right, y'all, I'll see y'all next year. It was
Or
over.
maybe never again.
It was
depending on
like,
how
I
goes.
knew it was over. It wasn't a secret. It's like I knew I deserved it.
Yes.
You get yes.
I
Yes.
wish-
Nigga.
I wish
Bro,
you'd have checked
that's
your
the
pulse
only
when you saw
asshole
him
You know
that I
at
what's
ever
the
heard
crazy?
of
restaurant.
Listen,
I'm kidding.
my father kept his cool so much. Like he just silence. He just you see the anger, silence all the way to the car. I don't say nothing. I get in, whoop whoop,
Yeah,
seatbelt,
'Cause
all
you know
that.
he,
just
he know he
not
can't do
making
it in
eye
public.
contact.
That's why.
Yeah, nah, but even we get in the car, it's like, you know why I'm here, right?
Yeah, pops.
Yeah. Okay. I'll wait home, nothing else. That's it. Get back to the house.
Damn,
All right, so
I want to be a fly
let's
on the
talk
wall.
about this. Explain to me what happened. I don't remember what the fuck. I mean, I know I told him what happened, but I don't know what order it came out in. So you know what's about to happen, right? Yeah. Belt comes out. What?
I'm
Listen,
glad.
he was on the first backswing. He never made contact. I was balling already. And y'all know you all have done that just to try
Hell
to
yeah.
Hell
just to
yeah.
try to
Hell yeah.
minimize the damage. Like
Nah,
it was the wind up, no contact. My mom
Boy,
was outside
shut up. I ain't hit you yet.
balling because she knew what was happening.
yeah, he
Like,
in there fucking you up.
yeah, I mean,
and she don't want him to fuck you up, but she understands he has to
I don't
fuck you up.
right,
now.
but that's the thing. We
Like-
all understood it. Like,
Yeah.
it was mutually accepted and deserved.
All three of them sit
That's
down.
the
and know this
shit.
is gonna happen, right?
Like,
You know, this is
Yeah, this is
what has to go down.
I don't know how long it lasted. I know it hurt. I know I was grounded for a long time.
the next time you got
And-
outside, nigga, you met me. Like,
But
hey,
then-
you want to be friends?
A little while afterwards, he goes like, you might have gotten away with that
She turned the car around.
if you turn the car around. He's like, I'm trying to figure out how mathematically the branch could have fallen, just to give you the benefit of the doubt. But the position that the car was in, there was no branches above it. Like, everything was all positioned fucked up. But
A for effort.
honestly, he gave me
Yeah.
that. They gave me that.
At least
They're
you tried.
still stupid.
That's
like-
when your parents learn you was a hard worker, nigga.
They even considered blaming my grandfather. Like, no, maybe he came up and moved the car or something. Like, no, it was just my dumb ass.
That's definitely not an adult move.
Dang.
An adult would have just called like, "Hey, I did some fucked up shit. You don't be mad."
Bro.
If you would have
Th-
called them ahead of time and broke the news, the whole drive home, he would have been mad, but he would have been super mad at
Well,
first,
first,
and
I
then
wouldn't
talk
have been-
himself down.
I mean, it might have been a couple
I
swings
knew
instead
that
of
dance
full-blown.
was like my last supper.
Ah.
Like that's how I treated. Like, I knew I wasn't coming back out. I wasn't coming back out.
You was the SpongeBob emoji. All right, y'all, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
See how niggas in,
That's
see how niggas in college.
That's pretty much how shit went down. I don't
See-
think I went out until the spring.
See how
Yo,
niggas when I'm
not
adults.
gonna lie, Fabe. Until another fucking meme comes out, that SpongeBob meme is the truth, yo.
That's
That-
probably-
I know.
that
That's,
shit is
that's
the-
definitely the meme of 2019.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that's
All right,
the
I'm gonna
goal.
head out.
Yeah, word. That's just appropriate too for so many
Yo.
things. So many things.
It's
Oh,
fucked
man.
up. I look back on it and laugh. My parents look back on it.
I'm sure they laughed,
I
nigga.
think
They
and
was the one
laugh.
handing out the ass whooping.
like they was tight though, because
I'm surprised.
it was a super functional van. Like, there was zero wrong with it.
I remember you telling you ain't never told me the whole story until right now. I just knew that you did some shit. You moved the van, you crashed it, and your pops fucked you up for it. That's all I knew. But now I know every intricate detail, and I'm gonna laugh about
Happy
it.
about that shit.
Yo, you just added mad more laughter many years because
Yeah.
I was laughing at it for 20
Yeah,
years.
you know
You
what?
just gave me another 20 years, and I'm sorry.
Now that I'm thinking
It's not
about,
funny, but it's funny.
now that I'm thinking about it and knowing your parents, I'm surprised Candy didn't get down on it. She must have been like, "Damn, this motherfucker's getting
Nah,
fucked
I'm gonna
up."
tell you why.
She told me that she was outside the room crying because I was getting bit. Nigga, I was
Right.
screaming.
You don't understand.
I was screaming and
Nah,
crying for
see,
my
Frankie-
life just to try to reduce the.
Frankie is
Just to
cool.
reduce
On
that.
he got a cool demeanor, but he's a G. He don't really take no shit.
Yeah,
I've seen him.
I know.
I've seen him not take shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's good at not
Yeah.
taking shit. So I think that she knew it was like, all right. I feel bad for this nigga because there's nothing I can do. It's over for him. He's got to get fucked up. He's going to get because this is a real nigga right here. Frankie's cool, like chill until he get, and then now
that is true.
I've seen it.
And
so
it's rare though when it happens.
It's
When
rare.
you see it, it's like, man,
you gotta
be out. SpongeBob, I'm out. Yeah.
No,
PJ, you already know it. I got your back for anything, but not that nigga.
What you gotta do to piss him off is take his van and crash it into a tree in the ditch, and then try to put it back and hide evidence. That's an extreme thing.
The effort was like there was hours behind it. Like it was probably the very first time that I had any kind of real coordinated production that I had to take on.
I bet you they switched their work schedules after that shit too. My nigga, like somebody's got to come home early. Like as soon as they get off the bus,
hell yeah,
we fucked up their whole shit, bro.
I fucked up my whole shit.
Yeah,
like,
more so theirs. Trust me.
But see, it is a crime of opportunity. That's all it was. Like, and that's all it takes. That's really all it takes.
Well, you love cars, maybe because you stole a car. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Like my mom's bought me a word processor at a young age, and it had like some little bullshit video games on it. And boom, spark. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm into computers. Now I'm into all this other technology
don't associate
shit.
my stupidity with my career.
Listen. The world, the universe works. There's serendipity, and sometimes things just happen unintentionally.
So you commit. All right, the Datsun my grandfather gave me could be more correlated to that, but then my mother gave that away on me. So maybe that was her getting me back. Maybe my mother did get me back. Like,
but that was mad later because I sat in that Datsun with you.
Yeah, we were 15.
Yeah.
I was 15.
Yeah, I sat in that brown ass car in that fucking yard.
That shit was doo-doo brown.
Yeah,
I loved it though. I loved it, and then it was gone
dope.
one day.
It was dope. Anyway,
we got the Nissan shortly.
Welcome to the John and fucking PJ podcast. Like, what the fuck did this shit turn into?
You wanted to know the story, bro.
I did, right?
They hadn't heard.
But now we're reminiscing about our childhood, and that's not fair. That's not fair.
Any of y'all do some fucked up shit? Anybody else do some fucked up shit? No.
I was a perfect kid.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
I stole a car too.
What?
Wait. What?
Whoa.
My parents' car, Expedition, white. 2000.
My whole view of you just changed in like 5 seconds, bro.
White Expedition.
I have a theory.
I want to know.
I want to know
more. Did you crash it?
I think I didn't crash it.
No,
I knew how to drive, but I didn't have my license or my permit. It was home. It was home.
There it is.
Very similar to you. I wanted to take it to school.
Wait, how old were you?
I took it to school.
You took it to school with no license?
With no license.
Ain't nobody questioned it?
Oh, I got away with it for a while.
How old are you?
A while.
Wait,
what's 15. A while? Like a couple of hours?
No,
or
like
a
few years.
Nigga.
Wow.
Yo, you are Grand Theft Auto. Like,
hold on.
Yo, next week we gonna introduce you as GTA 6, my nigga.
Yo, and so it was a white Expedition. I think it was 2000, 2001. It was one of those, those nice Expeditions.
Yeah,
back
hell
in the day.
yeah.
In 2000, it was like new then.
Yeah.
It was like a new Expedition back then.
Right.
It was new.
New.
So I took it out. My sister was like, "Yo," I was just like, "Let's go." And my sister's like, "Oh, okay." And then,
if anybody knows Stacy, I can see her doing that. That's just like.
So then I'm on my way. I take like the way that the bus used to go home to school, and then my boy and his brother and sister were waiting at the bus stop. I'm like, "Yo, let's get on there." I'm like, and then that was when 50 Cent's album just came out.
Get Rich or Die Trying?
Yeah. Get Rich or Die Trying.
Such a classic.
So obviously I had some of that playing at the time. And then I park it in. I went to Washingtonville, by the way, so I parked it in this thing.
Just throw that in.
It's all making sense now. Shit that happened.
A lot of it makes sense now.
I parked it across the street from the parking lot because apparently, you needed a permit to park in the school parking lot, whatever. And when I parked it, my friends that got in the car with me, one of his neighbors saw me, and she started asking him a bunch of questions. And she ended up letting his mom know
Oh,
and
shit.
then that's how things started to get questioned. Eventually, I think I was in gym. I had ran, and then they called me. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers, they know.
They're on to me.
They know.
Mother frickers.
So then
Yeah.
the vice principal calls me into his office, and he's asking me a bunch of questions. I just act stupid, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like,
What's a car?
and then so then
That's the thing with 4 wheels and a steering wheel, right? Go ahead.
because apparently they had my friend's neighbor's neighbor called his mom, and then his mom must have called the vice principal of the school to see what was going on. So then later on in the day after lunch, it was in chemistry, I remember, and that was like on the 3rd floor, 4th floor, whatever. And I would go back. Every chance I got that day, I would look out the window to make sure that the car was still there, to make sure everything was good. So then oh man, and then the vice principal calls me again during chemistry class.
This nigga says years. I was bugging off of years. Like, hey,
Huh?
I'm bugging off of this is years of you.
I'm stuck on that.
This
too.
is not days or weeks. This is years.
Yeah.
And nobody did anything.
No.
Go ahead.
So then the vice principal calls me again, and he's like, "Look out the window." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "You see anything out there?" I'm like, no, not really." And he's like, "Okay, if anything's there that's not supposed to be there, it better be out of there by the end of the day." I'm like, okay.
That is a G right there with principal.
Yeah, he was looking out for you.
They call that the hookup. That's a hookup.
Oh hell yes,
Yeah,
he's
he
looking
held
out
it
for
down.
you.
Wow.
If he could have just
he could have sold you.
I was just like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but all right. And then so then I asked this girl that was that I ended up going to prom with. I asked her, "Yo, I don't know what's going on, but I think I might be in some shit. You think you can help me with this and drive that car home for me?" She's like, yeah, I'll do that for you. So then that's what ended up happening. Nobody knew except for my friend's mom, and I think I couldn't look at her in the face the same way until a little after, and then I just asked her. It's like one time I just went back to her, so I didn't get caught. My sister ended up telling my parents years later, like after I joined the army, what happened. But when it came to my friend's mom's house, like them, I couldn't look at her in the face until after I got back from the army. I was like, "So you still mad at me about the car?" Yeah, that was it.
awkward.
Let's just break this ice. I'm over it.
Right.
It's past. Wait, but why did it take you so long to get your license?
My birthday's in December.
But you said this happened for years.
Right.
How many
years?
When did you start driving to school?
That was
Legally.
that was just a year before I got my license.
What I'm asking, what grade were you in when you first started stealing your parents' car?
That was just once. That happened just once.
You were 15, so you was probably what, like 9th
But
grade?
nobody knew for years.
Oh, nobody knew for years. He took it once.
I thought you were stealing it
Yeah,
for years.
that's what I thought the whole
Okay.
time.
I was about to
thought
say,
you were
nigga,
just consecutively
you
just
are-
stealing this car until you
You
got
are the
busted.
most
No,
gangster
no.
nigga of all time. Like, how did your parents not know?
No.
Okay, all right.
Nobody
You still
knew for
gangster.
years.
though.
Damn, that's some nosy ass people though in Washingtonville. Then
Yo, Washingtonville is this big.
I'm just saying, but I still like.
We
You
got
couldn't get
away-
away with it once.
We got away with cutting. Remember, we took the cab that time.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was a good time. Shouts out to that time.
You got any crazy story, Faves?
I don't. Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to plead the fifth of some of this shit.
I feel like Fabian's stories always start out the exact same.
It's like this,
Ah.
man. You sound like Al Bundy sitting on the couch and shit. Bunch of dad noises
I
and
mean,
shit.
some of that stuff. I mean, a lot of that stuff like happened like my crazier stuff happened like right after high school. Like there was a gap in time.
Well, yeah.
But there's a couple of them that hold on, with the whole thing where we snuck out of my house to go down the street to go see
Yeah, we didn't get called for that.
no, we didn't get caught for that. Yeah.
We stuck out the house a couple times.
Yeah.
We snuck out the house with Coban one time. I don't know if was you there? Remember that time? I don't even want to say that shit, son.
Yeah,
No, because we committed crimes. Well, I'm not gonna say we.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
It depends on the crimes. It depends on the
Anyway,
crimes.
so back to the main topic.
It was like petty crime, like littering and stuff.
Fabian and I done stuck out his house.
Dirtying up lakes. We did bad things.
yeah. What
It wasn't
Yeah,
like real like crimes.
I think
some
the-
And then we did
exaggerated.
it at your house too.
What?
Remember with
Which house?
May you rest in peace, man.
Oh, that wasn't my house. That was at his house.
Oh yeah, that was at his house. Yeah.
Oh, around the corner
Yeah,
from
Zach.
yeah. I stole some license
Yeah,
plates.
that's
one
that's
time.
not. He's the one that crashed the car.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. That's why he didn't want to name the name.
Yeah, I mean, you don't speak ill of those who have passed.
No, he was
Right.
he was a good dude. I missed that guy.
I mean, he
was
got
just-
Frank
he-
to
I
crash
think he
his
had-
car.
he
No,
had
he's
his-
All right,
not.
I
He
said
was-
you don't spill ill, but you speak ill, but you also don't speak lies.
Yeah.
He got niggas in a lot of trouble.
That nigga wasn't Martin
I
Luther
mean,
King.
he was good with me though. I mean,
In high school,
No,
I mean, not even, maybe even in middle school. That I don't even want to talk about this kid.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like we even
It's
do the fucking.
irrelevant.
We even
Yeah.
start our podcast yet,
So-
nigga.
Jonah, you got a story? I feel like you winding up to a story.
No, well, I mean, it's not that lengthy, but I think the craziest thing that I've ever did that I got caught was my mom found my stash
Of
drugs that I was selling.
Oh,
She found my stash, and she came. I came home one day, and she was, "Yo, come here, I gotta talk to you." And I'm the cool kid in the house. Like I don't get into shit. At least never got caught.
right.
at least I
And-
never got caught.
And she goes, "Come here, let me talk to you." So I was like, "All right, what's up? What happened?" She goes into my room,
That's not mine.
and then she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Yo, what's this?" And goes into where I had my stash, pulls the shit out, and was like, "Yo, what's this?" And she like had everything in a box. So she dumps the box. There's drugs there and like knots of money. And she was like, "What is this? What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "Ma, that ain't mine, yo." And I put it on my man. I was like, "Yo, I'm holding it for my man, yo." And this, that, and the third, yo. And then she ended up throwing away the drugs.
You could have got killed for that.
She kept the money.
And kept the money.
Damn. I mean, did you have to face any penalty outside of financial?
No, fortunately, like we was real cool, because it was my man's stash. Like him and I was doing it together.
Right.
But it was like his thing. Like he was doing it for mad long, and I was just like,
he
"Yo,
was a distro.
no,
He was just trying to put you on.
You're right." So he was talking about how much money he was making, whatever, what have you, and I was like, "Yo, what's up?" Like I think I could do that. I got a few niggas in my block that I can sell that shit off to. So he gave me some, and then
That's when down, bro.
that's when it happened. And I was literally maybe like a month or two in, and then I told him, "Yo, my mom found my stash, this, that, and the third," and he was like, "Yo, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do with the money now? Like, how am I supposed to get my re-up?" And
Nigga ain't no real.
yeah, I mean, I was like, "Yo, bro, I don't know what to tell you, my nigga. Like, yeah, it's a wrap." Like, and we still cool till this day. We still cool, but
Yeah.
he was like, "Yo, fuck, my nigga. Like now, I can't do
I
shit
gotta
now."
figure this shit out.
Yeah, but
I ain't
that's
really-
about the craziest shit.
I didn't really get caught doing none of the shit that I was doing. That's what I'm trying to. Why didn't I get in trouble?
There was
You
a
was
lot
slick.
of heads in the house, so you slipped under the radar.
Yeah, there's a lot of motherfuckers in my
Yeah,
house, and
I
I,
mean, 'cause
never
if
did
you
dirt.
look at Bobby, David, all
Out of,
the
I think out of all your siblings, you were like the least monitored. Like
Yeah, I had a
you,
lot of freedom.
you kind of the most self-sufficient out of them all.
I had a lot of freedom.
Yeah,
That's what it was. I was just.
You know how it is with
Well, I
baby.
mean,
like, we don't
yeah.
have to worry
Yeah,
about
they
it.
didn't-
We
yeah.
got the first couple out.
It could be because your older brothers was fucking up too, so they was like
That probably had
yeah.
something
That's
to do
probably
with
the
it.
other, out of all your siblings, you're also the least troublesome.
At that time, because Bobby's cool now. Like he's older
but
now.
I'm
He's
talking
more
about,
so-
like, through
at the
those
time.
years.
Oh yeah, I'm the boy that gave my parents the least
Right.
problems in life.
yeah, right.
And they were they were the most tired for you on top of
Right.
it. So it's like
The worst my parents ever got for me was Jonathan was a distraction in school today. Like they just got that every day for every school year until I graduated. So yeah, there's a lot of that.
I can believe it.
I like to talk, man. I like to raise my hand. I
You
got the answer.
You don't say.
The problem is, don't tell motherfuckers to raise your hand for the answer, and I raise my hand for the fucking answer, and you won't let me fucking answer. I got the answer, bitch. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, but I'm not wrong, nigga. I'm right here. Sally, there was no Sally, so that's why I'm using Sally. Sally, like, all right, bitch, I see you. Ain't doing none of your homework.
Enough about our dumbasses. Enough about our dumbasses.
Yeah.
Hey, that's really what we just showed the world.
That's all right. I don't care.
I mean,
Y'all love me.
I don't
Wait,
But if we didn't learn
I-
from our errors, I mean, what the heck?
Oh yeah,
Everybody-
I'm
everybody
older
messes
now.
up.
We're better. I
mean,
would do the
I'll
homework.
tell you what. My kid ever does the same dumb shit that I just told about,
And they will.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off and then beat that ass. Like,
No, they're gonna do
like
new
I'm gonna
shit
do the
that
exact
you're
same
gonna.
thing my father did.
They're gonna do new shit that you was like, I never did that as a kid, and I don't know where the fuck you got it from. And then that's what's gonna get you. It's not the shit that you did, because all of the shit that they do that I did,
Yeah,
I don't care.
I do want to talk about kids at some point
Okay,
later.
all right.
What
So what do you want to talk about now, PJ?
Your wife.
Nigga?
What?
Excuse me?
What?
Yeah, you heard him. You heard him.
What made you know she was the one? No, I don't want to know you. I don't want to know you yet.
Okay, I'll go last.
You know what? Because I know it. Yeah.
I'll go last.
I wanna
You know
I
it,
want-
but the audience don't.
I mean, they'll be alright.
No, I think they do because you said it before.
Nah, there's a. I
Not-
have a long history.
Not in complete detail. Not in complete detail.
Yeah, I
but
have a long
you have
history.
said it before.
But
like,
knowing
briefly.
that you like somebody and knowing that they're the one to be your wife and your mother, your kids is totally different. But y'all go ahead.
Jonah, what? Since you're the other married guy,
right?
what made you know? How did you know?
For me, it was we were having a conversation one time, and it was like it was a real serious conversation. It was just like, yo, like what was your plan? What's your plans for like next 5 years? And what kind of goals you got in this, that, and third. So we sat down and spoke about it, and to make that long story short, what solidified it for me was the fact that she was willing to ride for my dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, all right, well, if that's what you want to do, I'm with it. I like it. You know what I mean? Even though I got my own shit, but if I gotta drop some of the shit that I'm doing just so you can like kind of move into where you want to go to, then I'm there. Like I'm through thick and thin, pretty much. Like I'll be there. You know what I mean? And
Loyalty.
it was right. It was like, so I was like, damn. You know what, man? I'm really not. First of all, I'm not. I probably won't find it in another girl. And second of all, I don't think I want to devote the time to see if I can find it into another girl. So
Wow.
I was like, yo, yeah, this is it.
Wow.
That is facts. I mean, it's like that. The grass, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. So I'm good where I'm at.
When you find, it's not even that the grass is always green on the other side or not. It's when you find that dope ass lawn, like your perfect lawn, nigga. Fuck what the other nigga lawn look like, nigga. Dude, have you seen my lawn? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't, and that's like that's what it comes down to. I don't give a
The
fuck
grass
about your
mows
shit.
itself.
Yeah, yo, bro. I have the dopest lawn of all the lawns. And when-
Ray got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I got it. I was just in a
He
soliloquy.
was mid sentence.
But right, exactly. See my point. But yeah, so it's not the
I
the
just
grass is
caught-
not
I
always
just
green on the
caught
other side.
it.
I got it.
I just caught it. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I just got it though.
Fabian's trying to figure it out. Like he's looking at me.
Damn.
No, I got it. I'm just listening. I like this.
But I don't know. I think I figured it out when like kind of what Jonah was saying, when you find somebody that's like really down for you, like that's that, because men, we love loyalty. Like, yeah, a girl could look good and all that, but we know if I see an Instagram girl, like I know that you would never be my wife, and I wouldn't even want to wife you because you're that type of girl that's always looking for that attention. You know what I'm saying? That's just you're not wifey material. As men, we know, like we know.
Yeah,
Well,
yup.
not everybody.
Not everybody,
Some
but
dudes rather choose that over
perception is sometimes reality.
Yeah.
But I mean, not to knock some of those girls, because there may be some girls who are like
Yeah, they're
Instagram,
hustlers.
Yeah, I'm not saying
whatever,
I'm not
but,
saying
and
that.
are
But
wifey
even, as a
material.
man, even if they are that way, as a dude, and just like all y'all gonna see this girl who looks like this, and she got 500,000 likes and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I clearly see there's nothing against you, and not even to say that you're not really wifey material, but chances are it's not gonna be like that because you are seeking something. You like the attention clearly.
I don't know, man. I understand your point of view, but I don't think that it's always like that. And for a lot of these girls' cases or women's cases, I think they learned how to hustle.
That's not. I
You
think
know?
you're missing what I'm saying. It's not whether they're worthy or not, because that's not what I'm debating. As a man, I'm gonna look at that and be like, nah, I'm not gonna wife you up. You have a million
Right,
followers,
and that's your that's how it is that you're observing that and putting that together.
No,
and that's understandable.
You know what?
a lot of guys.
I think it's the difference between if you're doing it recreationally for the attention versus you doing it as a hustle.
Well, you know,
So
if you
so
hustling,
I
you
see
making
what you're
money, I
saying,
ain't
Ray, and
mad.
see what John's saying.
But you know,
Now,
the,
if you ain't an influencer or not like that, or you're not a professional model and you're doing all this shit, yeah, chances are you're doing it for attention. And I know a couple that are like that right now. Then I know a couple that are doing it because they're trying to
that
do
was
it
not my
professionally.
point.
I think
Right.
I think what John's point is, when you look at these girls and she got that many likes on her page, and she might not be flaunting like her ass per se. She
Right.
might just be in a bathing suit.
Right.
You are initially liking that girl not because of she got that many likes or because she looks good. You're automatically going into that in a lustful state of mind, right? I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yes. Right.
So initially,
it makes it hard. Like it makes it hard to see you as something
right,
other than
exactly.
Right,
just
but what
that.
if? Well,
I'm not saying
understand.
it's not possible. I'm not saying that some people don't do it. I'm not saying I'm not capable. Speaking in a general sense. In a general sense, pick an Instagram model and look at her posts and the way she interacts with people and whatever. It's not to think that she's not attainable or that she can't be loved, or she might not be that down to earth person that you think. But perception, initial perception is going to be like, well, she's an Instagram girl, so that means she probably got 1,000,001 dicks thrown at her, and she's probably fucking accepting at least 15 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Your initial perception of her is through Instagram, maybe.
But that's
what
where
if-
you see her.
No, what if you
I'm
don't
talking
meet her
about
through
those
that, though?
specific things. This conversation went left. I'm talking about my wife. I'm not even talking about that shit. I'm just talking about.
But I mean, to finish what you're saying, I think it's different because again, if you see it on Instagram, you're looking at it from a lustful lens, right? Because you're automatically saying like, "Damn, yo, she look good," and then you start thinking about the bed and all that other shit. Now, in your case, if you actually met her in person before you even saw the Instagram, now you're liking that person because of like their class, their appearance. Like there's other measures that you're judging this girl off of,
Right.
as opposed to like you seeing her on Instagram where she's in a bikini. Again, might not be showing her ass off and flaunting her body. She might just look good in a nice bikini, but automatically you're looking at her through a lustful lens.
A girl who's twerking, you sitting there watching her twerk, and you like, damn. I wonder what her views on public education are. You know what I'm saying? Like, no,
maybe,
dude. That's what gets you off.
It's funny I was talking about that because like the first time I saw my wife, like, it was on some lustful shit. Like I was physically attracted to her. Like, she wasn't revealing nothing or what. She looked like a teacher, but like a sexy teacher to me.
She's supposed to look like a sexy teacher to you.
No, but I'm saying like y'all talking on this deep like.
Nah,
no. Jonah's talking on some loyalty shit. You're talking on some other stuff. Like not for me. Like at least when I first met my wife, I was just like, damn.
She got it up. That was it. That's
like listen, a chub was going on. You know, like call it what it is. Because to me, I'm sorry, that is. I think the beginning of most relationships when you really get down to it. Because you know what? At the end of the day,
not mine.
Listen.
I was a child.
You are the exception to the rule, bro.
That's an exception. I'm saying for most people that don't meet their significant other at 9, right? Like the first thing I think is physical attraction. Like I'm sorry. After that, I had a conversation with her. We actually were talking about like politics and how fucked up the world was. Mm-hmm. Within that same day, and that's where like I was just like, oh,
you smart.
So we connected on then that deeper level, but I probably wouldn't have given her even the time to get there had I not like
been physically
attracted to her. I think that's just true.
Yeah.
Like so, I mean, I found out later, all that extra shit that y'all talking about and whatnot. But
I guess it's different for different people.
at Jump, it was
it's-
like,
Yeah,
yo,
but you still had that.
I-
You always had
No,
that
I still
Yeah, I
think
mean,
that just comes.
We were kids.
that's-
You see each other. You like,
I still
it
think
just goes from there.
for me, I still think it's the same thing because if you would have, now I'm not saying that you were. It's just because of me.
Mhm.
I still feel that if you would have saw your wife, had you been like on Instagram and all that shit, right, and while looking at Instagram feeds and checking out girls and all that other stuff, right, I feel like if you would have saw your wife on Instagram in a bikini, right, on a beach somewhere, again, not flaunting her shit, she just out in a bikini, and you see that she has 1,000 likes, you will immediately look at her like, damn, I want to fuck the shit out this bitch, right? And
Yep.
then never thought about having those conversations like you did. It would have just been like, yo, if you reached out, it would have been like, hey, you want to go get a drink? And then in the whole time, you're just like, damn, when are we going to get to this bed part? Because you fronting, bitch.
You ever think
Nah,
about Jennifer
I
Lopez's
don't- I don't
thoughts
think-
on global
I don't
warming?
think so.
Why don't we care about Jennifer Lopez's thoughts on global
Fuck no.
warming? Right. Why do we give a fuck?
Personally, I don't care about her thoughts on global warming because I think she's dumb.
That's my point. But you care about her,
What
but not for the
blasphemy.
reasons you should be caring about her.
Well, blasphemy. Why?
She dumb. Nigga.
I think she's dumb.
That's his opinion. I'm not saying that.
Okay. What,
Either way, my point-
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I don't mean not to.
It's I'm judging her.
What justification? I'm just curious.
I don't have any. I'm
Okay.
judging. I'm
That's
judging
all
her.
I needed.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there for the word. He has no justification.
I have
That's
none.
what he's saying.
I'm
You don't need
I'm literally basing it off of the fact that she is where she's at because she looks good.
That's why you give a fuck about her.
That's
You don't
some-
care
that's
about her.
some
You don't care about.
ass shit.
My
But I
point
said
is,
that
you
though.
don't care about her.
I don't care about her
Her,
thoughts.
her,
or
right, her
yeah,
thoughts
I don't
or
know.
her
I don't
political.
care about most people's thoughts or political opinions.
That isn't. That's not my point.
That is the point though, because if you're going to use her as an example, you're saying that I don't care because of her looks. Essentially, is what you're trying to get at.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
That's not true. I don't
but
care
you
because
know
I
what,
don't
but
care.
if she-
No, there's
if she
more
was
to it,
standing
though.
in front of us, you don't give a fuck what her political views are, what her thoughts are, or anything. You would give 100,000% of your attention to her, and don't say you wouldn't. If she was standing right here,
I would be absolutely looking. I probably wouldn't be hearing a thing she says.
that's my point.
I
That's
don't
my
disagree
point.
with that aspect of it, but that's because in the moment, yeah, I'd be like, "Holy shit, Jennifer Lopez is here." But then, like, let's say if I was continuously exposed
But why is that
to
a big
her-
deal? If she has nothing, if she's
I,
dumb,
I don't know.
or
I probably would want to know what the frick she knows, though. She's got to know something.
that's
Oh,
true.
once I got over my
Yeah,
being
yep.
starstruck, yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick the fuck out of her brain. That's my
Really?
thing.
Okay,
I'm just-
I guess
I'm
that's
not-
the answer.
I don't know.
Let's hear what Fate would do.
Why the fuck wouldn't
WWFD.
you?
I mean, because you know what it is. It's just
Jenny from
you
the
know
block.
what it is. So
No, I
why
don't.
do you even entertain it? Like,
No, I don't, because see, you
What do you mean
assume
you know what
think
it
you
is?
know what it is. You don't know what the fuck
What do you mean
she
you
got
know what
going
it
on,
is?
bro.
like if it's going down, it's going down. You're there for one reason. It's not for okay. I
No,
want to know
I
your
don't
life
think he
story.
didn't say that she's here and she's like that.
No, I'm just saying she was just standing
you ain't
here.
trying to rock out with J-Lo, bro. A-Rod
If she
kick
was
your
just
ass
standing
anyway.
here, what I'm
Why
saying,
not,
what draws
you know?
our attention to these women
Oh,
that we see on Instagram or that are famous for whatever reason that they're fucking famous is not because of their views and their intelligence. Let's just keep it 100. We're men.
It's sex,
Like,
it's sex appeal.
100%.
Absolutely.
There's those few women, I ain't gonna say few, but there's a lot of women out there that they do have good intellectual views, and a lot of them are beautiful.
And sex appeal.
And right, they have them both. I can name at least 30.
Candace
Off,
Owens.
Angela Rye, Angela
I didn't
Rye.
throw that
There's a
out
lot
there.
of them, right? There's a lot of them, but sex is what sells, and so you don't really. I guess perception means if I'm looking for a wife, I am not looking for the girl that has 1 million followers and mad twerk videos and all of that. That's not wifey material
Heard it.
in my mind. Initially, that is never. You're never gonna even get me to
Okay,
the next
I see what
stage.
you're saying.
So did you finish how it is that you knew your wife was? The
I met her in church at 9 years old.
Mm.
That's it. And how I knew that, you grow so close to somebody, you know what I'm saying? You develop a deep love for them. And then I
Yeah.
knew that she was a loyal person. She truly, truly cares about me. It boggles my mind, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
when somebody shows that much give a fuck,
That's
That
how you know
matters.
it's becoming your wife. Yeah.
Especially when I'm used to people not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not because it's like you gravitate for the first person that's doing it, because there's other people that shown they gave a fuck, but it's a different level. Yeah, Frank's right there. He gives a fuck. He gave a fuck.
I'm the OG. Give a fuck.
But it's right. But it's a different.
Give it
It's
a
a
fuck since
different.
1999.
Right.
Right. What?
It's a different kind of give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So you learn to appreciate that. That's few. Like a lot of people don't get to have that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
when
man.
you can feel that same way about somebody else, that you'll give your fucking arm for them, like you don't even care. Like, oh, you need the arm here. You
Yeah.
get on my fucking nerve, but I wouldn't want to live my life. I cannot exist. I can't do life without you there. So, yeah, I love you. I hate you. I adore you. I despise you, but I cannot.
Get out my face, but don't go too far.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh my God. If that's not the perfect sentence, because sometimes you do get on my nerve, but I want you here at all times. It's weird.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I want you here all times.
My wife and I be like, yo, like, so what you gonna do? Like checking in with each other
Uh-huh.
to make sure that the opposite doesn't have to be involved. Like, you're gonna watch Netflix, in the room, right? All right, I'm going to the living room.
Y'all niggas be avoiding each other?
Yeah.
I don't.
Like because we want our space, but we want the other person in the house. Like we still
You
gotta
want that
be
close
there.
proximity.
Right.
It's like you
Right.
going to the basement and
She's
like
up here.
Rebecca's in the kitchen,
Yeah.
but like it would
Don't
but
come in the
it-
basement.
right like I'm doing me.
Right.
You do you there. Don't go nowhere. Don't go to Walmart though.
Yeah, but
Don't
also
leave.
don't go to the store.
Yeah, don't leave. Just
Yeah.
stay up there.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like,
Dude, if that's not the most accurate feeling,
Oh,
like
it's some real like you want the person's presence.
Yeah.
Like and you need the person's presence.
Yeah.
But
sometimes get the fuck away from me. But don't go too far,
and
goddammit.
especially when y'all both okay with like I'm gonna do me, you do you, but
yeah.
you understand that you have to do it here.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even maybe she'll come downstairs and be like, "Yo, you want something? You hear some food and shit like that."
Dude,
Just like,
she'll come downstairs and she'll bring her computer and just start doing whatever she's doing, and I'll sit there and play the game or be on my computer. In complete silence, we will not fucking speak a word to each other. And it is the most bliss. It is the most comfortable I've ever felt in my life. I love that feeling.
Bro, me and my wife get into bed sometimes at night, and we will just like touch feet, just touch feet. That's it.
Yep.
Not say a fucking word to each other.
Yep.
And so it's like, all right, I'm going to sleep. Click, turn the light off. Good night.
Yep.
Like we just spent 20 minutes doing
footsies.
that, and that's it. That was literally the only source of communication that we had.
That's it, man. It's a different kind. So I guess to answer the question is when you know.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
That's actually pretty interesting. And fuck, man.
Oh,
Some
damn.
lucky motherfuckers. But I want to hear Jonas.
I mean,
because
we
he's the
are.
last one that's married. Like, how does that work with you with the personal space and Mel and all that? How does that work?
Do you like it?
My man, he got a 3-year-old running around, bro.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to hear that shit. I got that sound.
Nah, it's listen,
all right,
y'all kids is different.
I know.
No, from you like
No.
from, like
Oh yeah.
night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day different.
Okay.
They're put it like this: we hardly have any
Okay.
because like when we sit down and we like watch TV or we watch Netflix or something like that, right? He's up and he's just there and he wants attention and he want so I got to start playing with him and shit.
Mommy.
You know what I mean? And all that, whatever. While she be sitting there like on her phone or something, right? If we're in the room, he'll be in his room, and then comes over to our room, and goes back to his room, and then goes back to our room, right? And then finally, he'll fall asleep in his room, and we'll have a good like maybe 5-10 minutes of watching Netflix or talking or usually Netflix.
Netflix and chill.
And then literally he's up again and right back into the room. You know what I'm saying? So we really don't.
You know the solution to that?
What?
You got to make that nigga a friend. You got to make him a friend.
Yeah,
He
I
needs
know.
a friend.
What do you mean?
A
He needs
sibling.
He needs a sibling.
Oh.
He needs a
Because
sibling.
that
that's
was
right.
the solution
Yeah.
for Juliana. Let me tell you, we didn't know because she was man, we couldn't have no time. Especially we was like newlyweds, and she's always there, and it's like we trying to, you know what I'm saying, chill. And she just wouldn't have it until London came around, and she found somebody she could play with and bully and bother and tease and laugh with and jump. So hey, those are your friends. And now, even now, I tell her she be trying to just come. Me and Rebecca just outside doing whatever. And she just be coming sitting down next to us, like, nigga, go with your friends, nigga. We made them for you, like. They're your friends. And so now everybody has a friend here. 2 boys, 2 girls. So make Leo some friends. You get all the alone time. Just don't go past. Once it's odd numbers, you fuck yourself.
Get it on.
I did that
We
shit
work-
with
we-
my dog.
We working on that. We're working on that.
I did that shit with my dog.
I believe you.
I'm
believe you.
telling
He's that
you, I
serious.
did.
That's serious.
My first dog was like we would have to kick her out the room because this bitch be jumping on the side of the bed. It's like, yo, this is weird. Stop. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Yo.
So we went
They
and
just
got
be
my
staring.
second dog. So now we just lock them out together. They go play, and it's like kids. It's great.
Oh, we
Funny.
do.
Yo, going back to what you said, the whole odd number thing.
Uh huh.
Frank actually fucked me up
Why's that?
because Frank don't do well with odd numbers. Everything has to be even.
Well, that's his OCD shit.
Right. And now because of
Why
him
y'all
and
gotta
his
shout my shit out like that though?
You
Man,
said
that-
earlier
yeah, that's
you
crazy.
have
That
OCD
is
with the
common
sticker.
knowledge.
listen,
That was
Everybody knows that
private. That wasn't on air.
Not
Okay.
well,
anymore.
I'm
look,
sorry.
man. I was talking about the odd and even shit. The OCD shit is on them. Ever since I knew
Oh,
this
man.
kid, ever since I knew him, it was always if I put the volume up and it was at 13, he was like, "My man, if you don't put this up to 14,
Welcome
What?
to
we
my
gonna
life.
have a problem."
What?
So
Welcome to our lives.
No, I hear like that. Like he's been,
yeah,
since a-
legit,
What?
The
legit,
video
yeah,
games,
legit.
everything, he
It
had
gives
to have
me-
it at
I
an
get
even number all
anxiety.
the time.
It's
So
bad.
because
It's
of
true.
that,
I'm not gonna lie.
Dang,
Like,
bro.
it's,
because of
I've
that,
accepted it. 30 years of the same shit. They've accepted it.
Yeah.
Get on the bandwagon,
You just
Ray.
get used to it.
yeah,
It
yeah.
happens.
I'm about to fucking put some odd numbers
So
on
because
purpose,
of
man.
that, so because of that, and
Exposure
also because
therapy.
I'm kids of 3, right? I don't want an odd number of kids. I need an even number. I need an even number of kids, and it has to go like this.
So
We
that
got
means
a boy
Frank
right
needs an even
now.
number.
Uh-huh.
If the second child is a girl, I'm shutting down the factory. I don't care what anybody says. I'm
Second
shutting it
child's
down.
a girl.
Snip,
That's
snip.
it.
Shutting down.
Wait,
Yeah, but
wait,
if
you,
it's a
you
boy,
snipping
then you
it?
gotta
I'm
go to 4.
shutting it down.
Oh,
Yep, shutting
man.
it
You're
down.
shutting your factory
That's
down.
it, yep.
Okay. I'm
shutting
I'm
it down.
clarifying.
Listen to it, because I already know where you're going with it. If you get another boy, then that means that's 4, man.
Right, 4 kids. She knows that, and she said she's okay with that.
Because he can't have 3.
No,
He needs a girl.
yeah,
Before we get into the kid topic.
Oh, shit.
Before we get into the kid topic.
yeah. I need 4 kids, bro.
You're
we,
insane.
we didn't hear from the single guys.
What?
We
How
hear,
do you know?
we hear
How do
being
you know
mad-
when you
mad-
found the one?
Mad messed up and arrogant over here.
No, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking. I'll be in the same boat with you guys.
Left or right,
Yeah,
buddy?
yeah.
We're trying not to reveal who we drink.
Oh,
Oh, we're hiding the
You
labels
see,
now?
he fucked
We're
your head
hiding
up
the
just
labels
now,
now?
right?
Yeah.
Bro.
We
My
drink
bad.
Acme alcohol. That's what we
Bro.
drink.
Nah, don't.
Acme is not even a real.
No,
fucking
I'm hiding
thing.
my bottle.
Oh.
Acme is a real
Fucking
thing.
Ray, fucking.
There's a
up, Ray.
supermarket by my house. Acme.
Do they have Acme beer?
I don't know.
Okay. They don't.
Meep meep.
Old Looney Tune shit.
Oh shit.
All right, let's pod, guys.
All right.
Yeah. So what
Podcast.
happened? What was the question?
I didn't ask a question.
You said to let's hear from the single guys. How do you know
Oh,
if
yeah.
they're the
I
one?
mean, no.
Oh, how do you
no,
know? How do you know when they find out the one?
That, what,
They have-
if they're single, they don't know the answer to that. I definitely didn't ask that question.
So then was that you then that said that?
Yeah, that was Fabian that said it.
Yeah,
'Cause he was like, I
Oh,
wouldn't
know
be.
I know somebody said
Fabian
that.
basically said I wouldn't be here if I had found her, which is kind of fucked up.
No, I mean, I
You're
would-
saying you be
no,
on lockdown?
No,
she
I
would,
mean, I wouldn't
she
be.
would be.
Obviously,
She'd
I
hold the
wouldn't-
keys to your fucking
You-
shackles,
no,
bro.
that's not what he.
I
meant.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
You know what I meant.
I
I would
know.
be in the single game
I
right now.
know.
I would be fucking. Yeah. Oh god.
We
I'm just
we
teasing.
get it, guys.
I'm-
Get it. All
I'm
right.
joshing.
Old school. Old school.
So,
Yeah.
question
So,
answers.
What do you mean? What's the
What
question?
What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Here, there you go. There's your question. What are you looking for?
Well, that.
Tell the ladies, tell the listeners what Fabian needs in his life.
His number is
So that-
A45.
so that these
Nah.
heifers can come out here.
It's actually it's changed over the years. You know, now that I'm a little bit older. You know, before it's just
You're experienced.
yeah.
There's
after a
sophisticated
couple-
gentlemen.
Yeah, after a couple relationships and stuff like that, and you definitely learn from your mistakes, and learn from my own mistakes, and learn about shit I should have done better. You know what I mean? Did a lot of self-reflecting, and
Give me top 5 qualities.
the top 5 qualities at my age now is easily number 1 is loyalty. You know what I mean? I could
Beautiful.
definitely. I don't need a dime. You know, that's not me. I don't need a dime. I need you to know you're gonna be there with me through thick and thin, and not just jump at the first sight of trouble. So I'm not sure if that's considered loyalty. I mean, maybe it is.
Commitment.
But
Somebody
commitment,
has
that more of commitment, where just because we're going through a rocky time doesn't mean, because if you show them that, if you're establishing that now, before there's even a ring, then I know it's just gonna be tenfold once we get to that point.
To give you the confidence in
Yeah,
the relationship and shit.
And that's
Got
the
you?
problem. Like, I guess freaking waiting so long and getting your shit together, trying to figure that out now, because the dating game is fucked up now.
Oh,
A lot of girls are always jumping at the first sign of trouble. Marriage now is like you freaking. It's more just it's almost like boyfriend or girlfriend. And guess what? And then okay, we're done. Just get a divorce, and on the third
Oh,
or
yeah,
fourth
marriage is all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah. So
Like the concept of marriage is all kinds of fucked
that
up.
is
but-
It can be. Depends on your perspective.
No, I
Yeah.
mean the way people treat it is what he's
the way
he's
they
talking
treat it
about.
now. It's not
Oh,
really.
People
yeah,
treat
yeah,
marriage like
It's-
just an advanced step of boyfriend and girlfriend
Yeah.
without like the commitment to it isn't
There.
there in
Like
most people.
working
or
through,
they won't
working
even
through
take
it
it.
and shit.
Right, working through the problems, seeing shit through to the end, like not giving up on shit. People just treat it like you could just
They don't
give
even
up and go.
understand. That's when it's best. After you get through all the dumb bullshit, if you get all the bullshit out the way, it's all good after the bullshit, because the bullshit is gone.
Even when it's bad, that's the shit. Like even when you argue but people, it's instant satisfaction and constant gratification. That's what the world is coming to. So I think what Fabian is speaking to is like finding somebody who's old school in the sense where like they're gonna stay committed regardless of whatever dumb bullshit you as a couple are going through is what he's looking for
Right.
and struggling to find.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, and there's also that so I would say loyalty, commitment, and also being which is one thing I've been having an issue with recently, is is be open, like be or just be real with what you want, and that's the one thing I struggle.
Communication.
Well, no, listen, a lot of women tend to be this way, and it's not even a communication thing. I think it's naturally women tend to be this way, but not all of them. Some of them, I guess, to get to a certain point in their life, and they're just like, you're pissing me off with this shit. Instead of being like, oh, how about you guess why I'm mad? Like, that's the shit that pisses me the
That's
fuck off.
communication.
You know what I mean? Let me know what it is. But apparently this is a common thing. I guess when women hit a certain age, they kind of mature and they be like, listen, I'm just going to tell my man what's fucking wrong. Versus putting around the house or have a mean face. No, I'm good. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good.
Passive,
No, you're
passive,
not. We know you're
passive
not.
aggressive.
Passive aggressive. Just let me know what the fuck is wrong, because I ain't a mind reader. Oh, you're supposed to know what's wrong. No, I'm not, because we think two different ways. We're on different paths, different wavelengths.
Well,
You know, so shit like that. So I think that's a big thing for me too. I mean, it's not big, but it's, you know, like I said, it goes probably loyalty, commitment, and just be upfront what the fuck is going on versus, you know, me guessing all the time.
I mean, I don't know if you wanted to say something. Do you want to say
No,
something?
you could just say it first.
Well, I think I want to kind of stay on that topic real quick, because I don't think it's just women that are like that. I think it's just our society right now as a whole, because we got all these different distractions going on. You got your phone, people texting you all the time, you worrying about social media and all that. That we as a society, as a human, I'm not going to say human race, because somebody like in Egypt probably ain't doing this shit, but
Maybe.
possibly. But we completely have lost communication with one another. You know what I'm saying?
Interaction.
Yeah.
Personal interactions.
Like, I'm not saying you personally, Fabe. I'm saying as a whole, as a collective.
Yeah.
We've lost that, yo, let's sit down and talk about what's going on, right? So sometimes, and maybe most of the time, when you ask a girl, let's say, hey, you know, what you want to eat? I don't know, figure it out, right? Like, you let me know what you want to do, right? There's always that, you know, you the male, you're supposed to decide for me. Nah, but sometimes you might not want what I want.
Exactly.
And most of the time when you ask that question, the female's either A, on the phone, on social media or something like that, or texting or whatever the case may be, and partially paying attention to you, which is why she's giving you that answer, or B, she's just kind of stuck in her own world, and you know, is like, yo, why is this dude actually asking me this when he should be taking the lead? You know? So I feel like there's a lot going on with that. It's from both parties, both
Yeah.
males and females.
And you know, it's funny. I do see that, and I noticed that, especially with the communication thing. I think that's a contributing factor to a lot of problems in relationships, like you said, with the social media and stuff. But this is something that I've noticed even before the social media thing was big. It's just, I think, it's like I guess us men, we have our shit and we have our negative qualities. We labeled immature for a long time until we finally get our shit together. They always label us as having commitment issues, which is very true, for a lot of men.
Mhm.
And that's
Not
common.
all,
And
but yeah.
not all. And then there's some that, like I said, with women, I think they want you to know what is going on without you expressing that. And some of them are like, listen, and some of them realize, hey, he ain't a mind reader.
All
Let's
age
fucking
problem.
let me tell him what the fuck is going on. Now, if you choose not to correct it or whatever, there's a different conversation.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But so I think that's just like a male female thing. It's just that yin and yang. It's just like it's one of those things that we got to overcome. Probably we both do as our own I guess species. You know what I mean? Like males have to get over that fucking commitment bullshit, and the society tells them what's okay and what's not okay, and women have to get over the fact that hey, we're not fucking mind readers. And
I don't think that's
what
a
the fuck
fun
is going
female
on.
thing. I think that's just society that
Yeah.
fucked us up.
I don't know.
Because on the inside, as a man, we always run from like softness and shit like that. But if you like women, then
No,
you like.
some men do.
Generally speaking,
I
I qualified it before I said it.
But I don't agree. I don't think
Society tells you a man is supposed to fucking be a lumberjack and like cars and chainsaws are cool. Like,
Not in 2019.
chainsaws are cool.
That was
Chainsaws
back-
are
dude,
cool.
whatever they're telling you on like the news, like whatever bunch of men are like, that's not real. Like there's men that are different than the older men, but most men aren't like fairies and shit like that. Like, how many of us? There's 5 of us here, right? Our dads taught us some man shit. Anybody here fairy? Anybody here snowflake? Everything you need to know, right? So we say, well, everybody needs a safe space. No, you don't want to be offended either. Nobody wants to be. That's not my point. Listen to what I'm saying. You're not even really listening. You can be offended by something or not be offended by something and still not be classified as soft. So I don't know. I think it's bullshit. I forgot where I was going with this.
No, but I think
Wait, back to Fabian's top 5.
So I haven't even just thought about my 5th yet, but it's definitely loyalty, commitment, that communication. I don't know, that communication is pretty big.
Loyalty, commitment, communication. 3.
And then that I'm not sure if I could really consider this something that I really don't like it, but I really can't. It's not the end all and say all. I mean, I guess it could be like trained. You know what I mean? Don't get obnoxious in fucking public. Our business is our business, and I hate when somebody they tell their girlfriends
confidentiality.
Confidentiality. Don't tell your girlfriends everything.
Is that the right word?
You know what I mean? Like
it's a
or-
word.
I think it'll fit.
Tact. There's a word for that, but I think
knowing when to bring something up.
appropriateness.
Yeah, don't be getting loud at the restaurant.
Stop telling the world your business. That's it.
Or don't get loud in the restaurant because you pissed off at me and shit like that.
Shut the fuck up in public, bitch.
Yeah, like that's just almost disrespectful. Am I just going on being respectful?
Why she gotta be a bitch for?
Don't be
though?
ratchet.
Because if she's violating you
Because if she
in
ain't being
public,
respectful in
then
public,
she's a bitch. Yeah, absolutely. We calling bitches in 2009 and 20.
I never
Nah.
called her
19
a
and
bitch.
20, yeah.
She will beat my ass.
Nah.
Nah, you ain't calling nobody. There's no circumstances in which no woman could be a bitch. None.
Yeah.
I can't answer that 100%
Yes,
because
the fuck you can,
no,
man.
I can't. No, I can't because before my wife, yeah, I was bitching everything, but my wife now
agree,
has
actually.
to.
Bitches still exist whether
No,
you're
hold on a
married
second.
or not.
No. What I'm saying is me calling female bitches.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Immediately look at her like, damn, I want to fuck the shit out this bitch.
Really, nigga?
My wife, she was like, yo, you got to stop calling females bitches because you don't like it if somebody calls me a bitch, nor would you like it if somebody calls your sister a bitch or your mama a bitch. And she was right. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to, I just don't do that.
I still call bitches, but I don't call every female a bitch.
Context matters.
I'm still calling bitches if you a bitch, bitch.
Nah, this is
Yo,
this is why I say that I can't answer that wholeheartedly, because if a girl is like real hood and irate, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Then
Yeah.
the answer is yes.
Yeah.
There are
There
bitches.
are-
You just answered your question. I can't answer wholeheartedly. Why are you trying to play
Why
middle?
in this
Yo,
podcast
listen,
nobody
listen.
can
Because
answer
I
questions?
can't answer it whole. Like that's
We
that's an
just
extreme.
explaining our
If
shit
you-
before we
if-
answer it.
if-
So
but
you
you
know
would.
what
I
the
guess.
fucked up answer
I
you're gonna
will-
give has
I
a reason
will- I
behind
would,
it.
but it's an
not just
extreme.
me being stupid.
I guess.
You would. It's
There is
are
circumstances where you don't
would
call
be
a
called
bitch a bitch.
Yes,
It's
Check-
okay,
fine.
Jonah.
All right.
Listen,
Okay.
I had
Heard
this
it.
debate before. Chicks get really offended over the word bitch when they call them a bitch, and I'm not. And for me, a dude could be a bitch. It's an action.
Dudes are
But,
bitches.
dude, but see, you don't call a dude a bitch. You call a dude a bitch ass nigga.
B-A-N.
There's a difference.
Well, it depends. If I'm talking to Brad, I ain't gonna call him a bitch ass.
Nah, I'm calling Brad a bitch ass nigga too, because
Yeah.
it's a category of guy.
I just say
It's
bitch
not
in
a
general.
it's not
Yo,
a
dude,
race
you
thing. It's like
being a bitch.
you might as well be you a pussy, you a bitch ass nigga. You all of those are the same thing.
It's kind.
It's
When you call a guy a bitch, it's almost like more derogatory and like you ready to fight.
Because you're trying to
Versus,
take my balls.
versus when you say
Yeah.
bitch ass nigga, like that's kind of playful.
Nah, I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't
I-
take that shit.
It-
You
I-
go-
I would
if
say-
you
I
go-
would-
if they go, you're a bitch.
I
Like,
would-
okay, nah, you a bitch ass nigga. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I guess a lot of it is how it's said though too.
Yeah.
When you say that, usually
Nah.
you're gonna say it how Winston just said it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you call somebody a bitch ass nigga.
Nah,
That
I'll-
means you
I'll
a
joke
bitch
with him
ass
about
Yeah,
nigga.
that means
Nigga,
you're
what's
ready
up?
to, you're ready to fight.
I'll
Now
call
you
each
ready
and
to
every one
fight.
of y'all bitch ass nigga, but not like that.
Nah,
But
there's no,
that's-
there's
I
no
see
other
what-
way
no,
to say
I
it.
see what
Nah,
BJ's
You
saying.
call me a
I
bitch
feel
ass
like
nigga. There's no
that's-
other way to tell me
that's
that.
more
That's like
just-
saying motherfucker or motherfucker.
No,
Yeah.
call me a motherfucker. Don't
No,
call me a
but
bitch ass
how
nigga.
it's said. How it's said makes a difference.
I'm trying to explain to you that no matter how it's said, if you call somebody a bitch ass nigga, it doesn't matter what tone.
This bitch ass nigga shit up.
Yeah, all right. Listen, I'm telling you that. Yeah, you said it playfully. I still took it as like, okay, like I'm telling you. You just said that to me playfully, and I did not take that well when you said that to me. I'm just telling you.
Oh, hard
So it's
to-
not.
hard to
No, it's
take
not about
it
hurting
well.
feelings. It's about what your
It was,
condition.
his,
If
his
a
initial
dude, if you
reaction
just called me a
was
bitch,
aggressive.
if you just called me a bitch or a pussy or something like that, it wouldn't have. But a bitch ass nigga, like that's
Yeah.
it strikes a different chord.
Yeah, it
I-
does.
there's
It
no
does.
Yeah,
circumstance
it
does.
depends on the person. Because I mean,
Yeah.
how you say it to me would matter.
I think it's the tone because if you're like, yo, you being
Yeah,
a bitch ass.
Nah, he
Yeah.
said it in a playful
Yeah, that's what I'm
tone.
saying.
Or if you're being yo.
Nah, he said it in a playful tone.
No, I feel
I'm
like
still
he's a
taking
bit-
it the
Right,
same
so
way.
right, but so for you it don't matter. But for me, that's what I'm saying. Tone matters because like if it was said how Fabian just said it to me, I know he's not coming across threatening. But if someone said it how you said it before,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I'm ready to throw down. Like
It always sounds threatening
I'm
to
gonna
me.
give you an example.
No
of-
matter who say it.
I think
all about the tone.
that might
Wait,
be your environment,
wait,
bro. The way
wait.
you was brought up, because I agree with you, yo.
Yeah, I mean,
agree
maybe
with you.
because anybody call
Okay.
me a bitch ass nigga, and no matter playfully or not,
listen,
we not playing no
Yeah.
more.
my wife says
Nah.
that shit all the time.
Hey, I'm glad. If my wife ever called me a bitch ass nigga, oh my god, the shit.
Yo, what you-
she
yo,
don't
what
say
you
bitch
say?
ass nigga. She
Is the
says
rap-
nigga bitch.
She don't even say that.
My wife does.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about
Oh,
your
she
wife.
calls you a nigga bitch. Oh, that's
She calls
that,
everybody
see,
a nigga
that's,
bitch.
That's okay.
She goes.
Yo,
Well, yeah,
word.
Because
Can we
All right.
finish Fabian's top five?
It's
please?
the
I want to
bitch
hear
ass
from Ray.
part.
but this
Bitch ass
nigga's taking
nigga,
a
what
long
you say,
time.
nigga? What you
Nigga,
Not
why
you,
don't
nigga.
it just
Like,
it don't
situation.
sit well with you?
we got to go back to that
Don't
tone
sit
shit
well.
in a second because it's true.
We can go back to.
I really need to touch
I
on
want
that.
to know Ray's top five.
It's really important because something benign. Ah, fuck. All right,
Like-
all right, listen. I just want to say that.
What about trust? You didn't mention trust at all, so I'm just curious.
Well, I feel like that would kind of be like under loyalty, wouldn't it be?
No,
Very different.
I could be loyal to you.
Well, my trust thing is like.
I mean, yeah, wouldn't that fall under the same
Nope.
category?
Nah.
Because
So
like,
then, how can you be loyal to somebody?
no, trust encompasses.
Try to figure out a fifth
Trust
one.
is
Then.
encompassed under loyalty. I think it's under that.
Right,
That's under that umbrella.
That's what I
of
mean.
loyalty.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean? Like,
But I think
it's
they're-
not just faithful.
I think they're
It's saying you're
exclusive.
gonna do something. Like, you know what I mean? I trust you with my life. That's under loyalty.
That
You
has
trust
loyal-
your wife with your
no,
life.
Trusting somebody with your life and
That's
then
under
being
loyalty.
loyal
They're
to
not
you
mutually
are two
exclusive,
different
but they
I
could
don't
be interpreted
things.
differently.
you
That's under my thing
Maybe-
of loyalty.
may-
That's under my umbrella of loyalty.
in certain aspects of loyalty may be involved in trust and vice versa, but they can be separate as well. I think.
Yeah, they can be.
Like they can be included together and they can be separate.
And I'm just trying to figure out a situation where it'd be separate. But yeah, okay. So if it is separate in your thing, then I would say yes, and then it'd be number 5 then. But I kind of put that into the loyalty category.
Okay,
That's why
fair
he's
enough.
Yeah.
Probably having a harder time picking the 5th one.
We'll get to
Yeah.
it, John. We could get to it.
Yeah, please.
We
'cause
can get to it. I
I
want
need
to
to
get
know how.
I want to get into Ray. I want to know if he's felt
Oh shit!
if
Right.
he's felt that the one's been there or what he's looking for in the one. Like what? Fill us out.
I felt like the one has been there because I was married once. I got divorced after 5 years. But I think with the person that I want to end up being with, whomever she is, I would want for her to be my best friend. I would want to do everything in the world I can with her, whether it be skydiving, freaking karaokeing, playing video games, whatever it is. I think trustworthy, her trusting me with what I'm doing, me trusting her with what I'm doing, working together, being my partner in crime, building with me or building independently, helping each other build things, build not only a family or a relationship, but a career, each independent careers, supporting one another in that aspect. There's so much. I feel like I don't know. I feel like being my best friend and me being her best friend is probably the most important thing.
That's your number one.
Yeah.
So,
And within that comes
Friendship.
Intimate
lines of
friendship.
open lines of communication.
That's mad important.
So communication would
Open
be
lines of
2.
yeah, because
Okay.
why would you lie to? You don't lie to your best friend.
So honesty.
You don't lie to your best friend.
I
You tell your best friend everything.
I agree. I don't.
So,
But communication and honesty would also be 2 different things. Because you want. It sounds like you want somebody who would be open with you and telling you what they're thinking, what they're feeling,
yeah,
but also honest with themselves and with you about what they're saying.
right.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it sounds like we hit your top 3 pretty quick.
And not depending on the other to make them happy. Understanding that our happiness is
Individualism.
yes.
I feel like I'm weeding through these.
Oh, bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam.
We got 4.
But that's when I said, well, we're a team. Like each person in the team has something that they need to contribute, and in order for the team to work out, that each person has to be able to pull their weight to a certain extent.
Yeah.
To make what needs to happen.
It's like a compliment of each other.
Exactly.
I think that was.
Yin
Me
and
and my
yang.
wife are very different. We complement each other very well because we're very different. So there's a lot.
Listen, you are my man's. You're difficult.
Yeah.
So
is she.
you're.
You just don't see it.
Yeah, exactly. We don't
You
see that
just
side.
don't
No,
see
I-
it.
Rebecca's all like, hey, what's
Yeah,
up,
no,
guys?
you're
How
right.
you
Just
doing?
don't see it.
I mean, listen,
Because
you
the
live
thing
with
is,
her. I can't.
You know me, and so
This-
you know the level of difficult that kind of hell I'm going to raise to the extent.
Right.
What you don't know is I don't know if Marty could get mad or what she's like when she's mean. I don't know. To me, she's fucking saying she can never do anything wrong. I'm sure you disagree, right? It's nature.
Yeah.
I know. So you're only gonna get Rebecca's dope. Don't get that twisted. She has things about her. You understand?
I know. I mean, we've talked about her, and I've talked about.
And I have things about me,
certain
so I'm
things.
difficult, but so the fuck is she. And we're all difficult. You just got to find the one that you're willing to deal with their difficultness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? All girlfriends or wives are saints in front of their friends. They're
Nigga,
demands for
word.
That's just
Bro, she
facts.
be so fucking
It's
nice.
no. There's some that don't. Those
in
could be
front of
ratchet,
y'all.
which goes back to my problem that I have. They'll just be obnoxious anyway. But There's
I think it depends on the friends. Because listen,
because mine be cooking for me and shit. She be taking care of business. Be like, yo, baby, they things like, yo, you the shit.
Yeah, but she,
Yeah.
but she also will tell you like
oh man,
she'll call you a fucking nigga bitch and tell you
Oh,
on
yeah.
some dumb shit.
Oh no, she's always
And-
called me profane
and,
things.
and she'll
but it's out of
fucking
love.
argue with
Profane
me
things.
She's
in
always
front of
called you a
certain
nigga bitch.
people.
Yeah.
Like, because there's different levels of friends, right?
Yeah.
Like, y'all are all different levels of friends. She will go toe to toe with me in front of y'all without a problem. Each and every one of y'all has probably seen it to a degree.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
I
was
have.
fuck-
I know for sure I have.
Yeah, but she does it in a respectful way of telling you like, "Hey,
Well,
you done fucked up."
When
That
it's respectful in front of you.
Yeah, like
That's
no,
what
no,
I'm telling you.
no,
Nah.
no. I'm talking about like maybe like his
No,
past
but-
ones that we know of. That's a whole.
Listen, they
different-
all say slick shit. They all know how to piss you off. They all do it. Okay? When you get in an argument with your wife or your girl, and your man's not there to help you get your back, nigga, she's going to make you feel like a not good person, nigga. I'm telling you.
all right, but like talking on top, I associate with what Ray and Fabian are saying on this communication tip, because I've been in relationships that have had shitty communication, like why they failed, literally why they failed, because people couldn't communicate needs and desires and shit like that, like. Which ultimately led to different feelings and shit like that. Because, like, one thing that we've said many a time, right, is you only know what you know,
Yep.
right? So if someone's not giving you the information that you need to succeed, you're not going to succeed, point blank and simple, right?
Yeah.
So, like, with one of the things that I really appreciate with Maribel is that we communicate pretty well. Like, I think really well. And we really tried, like, again, to what Fabian was saying, to not handle business in front of people like that. Certain people, will bicker and argue and blah, blah, blah. But, like, if it was in some nitty gritty, like, it's about to go down shit.
No, I ain't about to start talking about the doodle stains in your drawers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else around here, you know what I'm saying?
But even, like, once it gets to a certain point, like, we'll revisit. And we don't let it get to that, like, yelling.
Yeah. And despite that, probably think I do. No, that's about 5-10% me.
Bro.
Cause man,
You don't. All right. You don't realize how black you are.
I do realize how black I am.
I don't think
love
so.
my blackness, and I want to continue to be in that black.
No. But
What
kind of
what do you mean by
statement is
that?
that?
huh?
What do you mean by
I do
that?
realize how black I am.
No.
I have a fucking
I
Nefertiti pendant on my chain, man.
I say it in jest, but by that what I mean is most black people that I've ever met,
Right.
although they are speaking to themselves, they're speaking in a normal tone, it very often comes out very contentious.
What type of stereo is that?
For me, it's not a stereo. It's been experienced.
I mean, it's his reality.
That
upbringing.
has been majority of
That's
my reality. Like, you'll say in
That's
most of our podcasts, right?
That's what?
Contentious?
Definitely upbringing.
You'll
That's what I
say
said,
in most
it's
in
his
most of our
reality.
podcasts
No,
that you speak
like city.
regular.
Yeah, that's
Right?
Even
I
with
do
us,
speak
that's like
regular.
us, like city
To
Latinos
you,
versus
with passion.
loud and boisterous
Right.
New York.
regular with
And
you go to a
passion.
region
If you're a
that may be
passionate
born and
speaker,
raised in
it's how a
Texas,
regular
completely
passionate
different
person
fucking ballgame.
But
speaks.
for a lot
So
of
it's
people,
based on
it
environment,
comes off
not so much.
contentious.
Dullards.
Maybe.
Oh no, maybe is dullards.
Listen,
Listen, monotone, not interesting.
There's a certain aggression for whatever reason that I feel like a lot of black people carry in their voice, and I'm not saying that they do it intentionally.
This nigga said whatever reason.
Should I
Passed down by the
spell out the
generations.
reasons?
Oh, you're not gonna trap me, you
With
fucking
everybody.
troll. You're not gonna trap me today,
Anyway,
Satan.
Not today, see.
For whatever. I don't know why black people are so angry in this country. God damn it.
y'all angry at everybody.
Nah, I think it's
No,
a
it's
New York
not.
thing. I think it's a New York thing, man. I really think it's a New York thing.
It is
might
a New
be.
York thing
It's
because
probably-
I lived in
probably.
Georgia for
It is.
7
Stepped
years,
on my Timbs.
and they are not like
Exactly,
us.
That's what I was just telling him.
The same things you're saying about me, they said about me down there, and they're more darker than me. They are very niggerish. the niggardry is in their blood, and they're looking at me Like, oh shit, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? You just angry black man. No, nigga, I'm from New York. Nigga, the Yankees is my favorite team. Don't you understand what happens here?
Damn Yankee.
But those are also the ones that didn't know that Lincoln freed the slaves. So the history books didn't tell them that, or they didn't learn those things. So I had a big ass argument with a nigga that was my age. We were sitting there playing 2K. Somehow we get into talking about Lincoln freeing the slaves, and this is Lincoln didn't free the slaves. What? Nigga, what?
Who do you think? Who do you think freed the slaves?
I don't even think he knew.
Harriet Tubman.
I didn't get past the Lincoln didn't free because I didn't even think about asking him who he thought freed the slaves.
I'm sorry, y'all.
What? So yes,
I
I'm a black
put us on such a tangent. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't mind. It's good.
My
It's
bad.
good.
Didn't mean to ruffle your feathers.
No, it's fine. It's just so yes, I'm a black person,
Did
but I'm
you?
a New Yorker, and
No.
that's where the aggression comes from. It's not the blackness;
No,
it's the New Yorkness.
It's that generational stuff.
No, it's
Wait.
New Yorkers.
No, it is.
from
It's definitely
my
New Yorkers-
entire
I'm
family
just
from the
talking
city.
crap right
We're
now.
the
I
only
know.
ones who get pissed because somebody's walking slow.
Yeah,
Like, who does that? Like, oh, just take
nigga,
time,
if
man,
I
have a
hold the
good
door
day.
open for
Like,
you, what you gonna do? You're welcome. Like yeah, that's not the black in me. Because
That's
there's
New
white
York.
people, there's
That's
white
New
people
York.
that's like me too. I see mad Italians
Worse.
in New Jersey that's worse than how I am.
Yeah.
That's the New York in me. It's not really the black.
That's the mafia.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I'm
New
saying?
York.
It
Ray,
just
did we get-
sounds flavorful.
Did we get 5 from you, Ray? I think we got 4.
I think I don't know. I thought I gave a.
I thought we did get 5 from
Yeah, I thought we got a good
I don't know.
example. I thought
All right, so
I can't tell you what the 5th one is, but I know I think we did got 5.
communication, honesty,
Friendship. Friendship was
Friendship.
1.
individualism,
Communication,
You said.
honesty, individualism. That was the 4.
There was. I thought I said quite a bit.
Oh no, you did.
I don't remember. I didn't number them. That's why.
How important is sex to you?
It's important.
Oh.
And that physical attraction is
Top
very
one,
important.
top
Yeah,
two.
but I feel like that comes like that. This is other stuff after. Like you initially, boom.
Nope.
And then this is
Comes at the same time. If
No,
I'm not
man, I
physically
feel like
attracted to you, I
something's
gotta
gotta
like
bring
you two
to-
ways.
Yeah, something's
exactly.
gotta-
That's
No,
just bringing me to first, and then it's like, okay, so now what you about?
Well, no, but
You know what I mean?
that's what
That's-
Fabian said. Like Fabian's
Okay,
saying you're
so-
not even
so-
getting
so-
into the top
I
5
understand.
without like.
Yeah.
That's just
Oh,
like a
okay.
given.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
That goes
sexual
without
attraction.
saying, like-
He's saying is a given.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that
So,
you're
so,
just
so
giving
we
it.
hear, damn, you bad. All right, what else you about? Ah, fuck. All right, now I gotta reevaluate this.
About to call, about to
You know
call
what I
your
mean?
Uber, bitch.
Here you go. Oh,
Damn.
man.
Oh wait, we not allowed to say bitch, right? Is
Yeah.
that what we're doing?
Kumbaya
Wait, why-
would try to not say
Oh
that.
yeah, no, we're doing that.
It's okay to say I'm me.
Oh, I know.
It's a
I was
me,
just,
like-
I was fucking with you.
Man, fuck yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
out
No,
here.
no, and you know what? Because I just gotta touch on this real quick.
your ass,
It's
bitches.
all about the tone.
I'm
calling
out of this
people
fucking
bitch. And I'm
podcast.
sorry because somebody says something as benign as, "Hey, do you want a cookie?"
Bitch.
Fuck yeah, I want a cookie. I have to give credit to Bill Burr about this because he made a good point. Yeah, you want a cookie? Yeah, sure. Versus, you want a cookie? And then it's like, all right, now we got a problem.
Why,
you know, something
why
else-
is this cookie so aggressive?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
What
want
did
me a
I-
cookie? Then you call me a bitch? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Did
Now
I
we-
steal this cookie's wife?
Oh,
So,
man.
I mean,
Tone
listen.
matters.
that-
150%.
Now
tone
we in
matters.
this room. So if somebody says, bitch ass. You know what
Bitch
I mean?
ass nigga.
Hey, you be
You can say
You
nigga
being a bitch
Fabian.
ass-
It's all right.
Yeah,
You
I-
brown, man.
Ninja.
God damn it.
Well, I don't know, man. I
Bitch
think
ass ninja.
I think it matters. I think
Just because you're Republican don't mean nothing. You
Ba-
can say nigga.
Yo,
It's all
based
I
right.
know, but I'm just,
Nobody's coming for you.
Sometimes you don't want to say it, bro. Don't force them to say it.
yo,
Say nigga.
I used
Can we get a cut of that, please? I want.
You just want to drop?
I just want a drop of that. I hope we got that.
I hope his camera's on for it because
That one is on.
yeah, but that one's pointing on you.
The Wi-Fi is fucked up. I've been trying to connect it with. It
Oh,
keeps saying,
we got a
oh,
We
wow.
working on our technology, y'all. Just so
We got a
I guess I got to buy another
Ayo
camcorder.
technology.
we got a 2-sided camera here.
Sorry.
Damn, John. We gotta start testing this shit before we start.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked for a little bit. Anyway, hi podcast. Hey, this camera.
Jonah, you wanted to touch on this trust shit too.
Yeah, I want you guys to tell me why do you feel that trust and loyalty don't match? Like aren't a one thing.
No, he's not saying they don't match, but
They
I don't
do
know.
match.
no,
They're
no,
not
no, no.
mutually.
What I'm
They
what I'm
line
They're
saying
not
is-
mutually exclusive.
What I'm saying that's my
It's
point.
not
Well,
the
they're
same
not-
thing.
they're-
That's all.
They're,
This is that's
they're
what I'm
not
saying.
joined. They're not
Why? But,
always joined.
no, that's what I'm saying. Why is it not? Because you can't be loyal to somebody and not trust them,
But you can trust
and you
somebody.
can't trust somebody. You can't trust somebody if they're not loyal to you.
No, but you could be loyal.
Yeah.
You can be loyal without
trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you can trust without loyalty.
That's called blind loyalty.
Right.
So
So, bust it.
Wait, what's
I'm-
called
no,
blind
a
loyalty?
perfect example.
Wait, hold on a second. What's
I'm sorry.
What's blind loyalty?
Being a Knicks fan.
No, man.
Nope. I'm loyal to some, and I don't. Do you trust the Knicks front office? I don't. Do you trust Dolan? I don't. But
That's-
I'm giving.
nah,
No,
that's
I'm just.
completely different, man. That's
But
completely
I'm
different.
giving you it's
I'm-
not different when I'm giving you an example of how that works. I put all of my. I will die for this basketball team. I do not trust this basketball team. They're going to let me down. They're going to keep fucking me. But I'm going to be loyal to them no matter what. It's like I'm loyal to the Giants and they just bitch Eli. Guess what? I'm about to suffer for the next couple of years because I'm loyal to some shit, to a bunch of motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about me. They don't care about my interests as a fan. I don't trust them to do the right thing, but I am going to be loyal to them. So it's probably a one-way street. It doesn't work the other way. So the person
That's kind of why I'm.
it's
just
a
like,
one-way street.
It doesn't really. That's kind of why I was like negating your point because I'm more like like if you guys here, I trust and I'm loyal to you.
Mhm.
I don't feel like y'all could be loyal and I not trust y'all.
Well,
And at the
they
same
wouldn't
time,
be two separate words if they were the same thing. It would just be a complete
Right.
meaning.
Trust.
I know. I think
it's
just
trust
one is
and loyalty.
I think just one is extreme level of the other. I don't think it's. I think it's. See, I mean, for instance, you have trust and you have you hope that your partner is loyal, right? So you hope that they're faithful. You hope that they'll they got your back or whatever, and then you have loyalty amongst your friends, which is a little bit different. Where
Right.
it's like, all right, we do
Trust
some shit.
is
I don't
knowing-
expect you to
No,
snitch
Trust
on me.
is knowing what you're going
Loyalty.
to do. Being able to count on whatever it is that I know that you're going to do. I have to be able to trust that you're going to do that. Me being loyal to you is a totally different
Okay,
thing. Now
I
I'm
see
by
that
your
difference.
side.
You
Yeah,
can
I
you
see
can
it.
trust
Alright.
somebody's gonna do the right
Yeah,
thing.
So this
That
Okay.
that may go against their loyalty to you and what they're going
Right.
to do.
Right. So
Right?
trust
Alright,
and loyalty are
okay.
are
I get it.
It's
different.
like so loyalty
makes
and
sense.
trust are interconnected, but they're not the same. Loyalty is faithfulness or devotion to someone or something. Trust is a reliance on integrity, strength, etc. of a person or thing.
Right.
got it. All right.
Right.
All right.
All right. I like it.
So that
Trust can a lot of times be the basis of loyalty.
Well, usually
Well,
I
that's-
can't
I
say
think I think that's
Right.
why
It's
I
a
put
big
them
part.
together.
They can and normally
do go
excuse me,
together.
are interconnected. Very often they're interconnected, but they can exist
separate
themselves.
from each other.
All right.
and that's why like I asked individually like to Fabian about that because I know that he is a loyal person and I know that trust ranks high for him, especially amongst intimate relationships. Not just sexual ones, intimate relationships.
Right.
Even like within
Friendships.
this group and friendships. So for that to not have been mentioned, I found interesting, and that's like when he
Wow.
put it with loyalty. Like to me, trust is my first, right? Like to me, that's the foundation of everything, of everything, any relationship.
That could be
To me,
cancer
starts
too.
on trust.
'Cause cancer's like that.
So
you trust Rebecca, you
that's
trust
the other
her.
reason
Yeah.
why I asked is
That's-
because
yeah.
it's such an
I
important
think that's what
characteristic
our shit.
to me.
Love is
So-
based off of every relationship, at least
Can't
for
you
me,
see?
and then it's trust.
I see, and I think that's
I
kind of
I
can't-
why.
feel like you can't love without trust.
I can love. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, you can love without. But you can love without trust because love is not a control.
unconditional.
It's not. Oh, it's conditional. All love. You ain't Jesus. All love is conditional. There's always conditions, but it's not controllable.
Yeah, if you ain't doing the shit that I need you to do,
Yeah, it's the only thing you can come close to unconditional love is the love of your children or like a parent.
So it is unconditional.
There's
But-
always conditional. If you have, there are
But
conditions.
that sounds some biblical shit too, because
Even-
like you
there
being a
are-
father and just loving
If you
your
think
children,
about the actual word
unconditional, yeah.
conditional and unconditional, unconditional means there is no condition. That
Where you
means if your mother kill your father, you're not going to love one less than the other. Or like, you understand this? Oh, if your girl cheated on you, guess what? That's conditional. You don't love her no more. She fucked you over. It's conditional. So unconditional love is a little different. But all relationships based in love, real love first, then you get trust and loyalty and all the other stuff comes from it. The Bible is kind of explains the same thing, that you'll be able to follow all of the commandments naturally if you just follow the most important one, which is love thy neighbor, which is loving other people. Everything
Yeah,
else
but
will fall. Everything else will
that's-
fall into place if you
That's like
love
number
your neighbor.
9 in the commandments.
Yes, but it's the most important one, because if you love God, right, that means you
Right.
love your neighbor. If you love your neighbor, that means you love everyone.
Wait, so how is it the most important one? If
Because
you
once you
mentioned
start
love
loving
God?
once you start loving everyone else, it's a selfless part of you that
Mhm.
that comes out. And again, really your
Yeah,
life.
but you mentioned love God.
Because if you love God, you'll love
So
thy
wouldn't
neighbor.
that be the most important one?
Yeah, but even if you don't believe in loving God because you don't believe in God, the principle behind loving thy neighbor is loving everyone else around you. And once you do that, the world is fixed. That's the salute. Whether you believe in God or not, he put it out there. Even if you don't believe in me, here's this out. Love everybody else. And if you do that, you won't kill, you won't steal, you won't covet somebody's wife, you won't do a whole bunch of other stuff that you're not supposed to do if you just love your neighbor.
That's a good point. I never saw it that way, but that's a good point. That's a real good point. Shit, fuck
You know?
me up.
Damn, man,
That's-
That's kind of
neighbor.
something to marinate on, I guess.
yeah.
I mean,
That is something to. I mean,
Good job, Jesus.
It's no, it's true.
that's
It's true.
Real talk.
yeah.
It's fucking. That's why I said you fucked me up, man. Because I was a person who taught catechism
Mhm.
growing up,
What's that?
like Sunday school. I did it for like I want to say 4 or 5 years of my life, and when I was being taught,
Mhm.
it was like the most important one was the first commandment. That was the most important one, and then the rest kind of was just like in sequential order. Like the second one was the next important, the third, whatever, what have you. I never saw it in your aspect and from your lens,
Mhm.
which makes perfect fucking sense. Because if you love thy neighbor, or you won't covet thy neighbor's wife,
Nope.
and all the other ones
Damn.
will just follow suit.
You're not gonna kill. You're not gonna
I
steal.
understand. I respect Winston's approach and his, what it is that he's saying. But also, if you love God, you fear God, and you understand that doing these things are His commandments, and it's just part of what it is that helps you be a better person for your neighbor.
Well,
You're right.
No,
It's not.
yeah.
I'm not denying what it is that he's saying. Yes, for those that are potentially non-believers, that's all they need to do to be able to help, with society or the community within this aspect. But that first commandment is still super important.
You
No,
know
I'm
why-
not.
you know
I'm
why
not
Oh,
saying
it's,
it
it's
is. I'm
mad
not saying.
important.
No, because
No,
that
no.
can be left up to interpretation. Because to love, without God in it, that will leave it up to interpretation. It might be. It
What's
might
the-
have to be another.
What good is loving
episode.
God only?
We're gonna,
No.
I feel like we're gonna have like.
Yeah, we're gonna have another.
Loving
episode of
God only and not your neighbor is worthless because
No,
God
but
loves
no.
your neighbor.
No,
No,
but
no, no.
we
in
might
loving
have to
God,
have a-
you
He's saying, listen,
respect
I'm
that.
telling you, I love you. I'm gonna follow what you're saying.
We might
Love
have to
thy- now
have
he's saying love thy neighbor. If you love thy
religion
neighbor without God,
conversation.
We can
Yeah,
have
we
one of
should
those.
have one.
We
Listen,
can have one of
Like,
those.
It's gonna be a problem.
I feel like that'd be real interesting.
We're
Fuck yeah.
due.
We should.
What's it called? In our last, in episode 18, we mentioned paganism, and I actually started looking into paganism,
Mhm.
and there's like some
Christmas
real,
is technically pagan.
in some real interesting stuff in it though. that,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, it's all of
Found-
Christianity.
foundational
Yeah.
shit.
It's all of
All of-
Christianity.
But
All
people,
of
but people
Catholicism.
don't.
Yeah.
People don't realize, don't know a lot of that stuff. Like a lot of people
Well,
know
not
that
all.
that Christianity
lot of it.
derived
A
from
good
Judaism.
amount of
That-
it
that-
is.
that-
A good
that's
amount of it
like
is.
a lot of that.
Yeah.
Everything is a branch off of for the most part. right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But like fundamentally, there's a lot of.
We'll
We
save
might
it.
have another podcast.
We
for
should.
that.
Yeah.
We should do it. We should
Hold
do
on a
this
second.
again one day, guys.
We should.
should.
I just want to before we close.
like a great idea.
Once a week.
Before we close out, I just wanted to touch something on you, on what you said. Yes, it's important to love God, right? Because and you're saying that loving God will set the foundation for everything else, right? The only reason why I agree with John's theory more than I do yours is because
Oh, that's not my theory.
no. I'm just for the conversation.
It's like, don't point fingers over here.
I
The
ain't say that shit.
the Quran and the Torah are books of the Bible.
Well, the Quran
They're
came
all-
after the Torah and the Bible, correct?
Right, but they're all. Some would say that they're all in sequential order, or some form of like they're continuations of.
I don't know about
Like
that.
the Torah is Old Testament.
Not all, not all of it, because the Torah is just the first 5 books.
But it's a good majority of it is the Old Testament.
There's still the prophets and the Psalms and all that stuff.
All right. Well, then the Bible you have Old and New, and then you got Revelations.
Yeah.
Well, Revelation is part of the New Testament.
All right. Well, and then the Quran.
Yeah.
In the Quran, you got pretty much the other side of the Torah, the whole prophets and all that other
It's
stuff,
pretty simple.
right?
I don't
Muslims,
Yeah,
or
you guys are deep shit already.
rather the
I lost track.
what's the shit that
It's fine.
or the
You
Islam.
replay.
no fuck the jihads.
Mm-hmm.
They do the things because Allah told them to.
Right, and they also
through
say that
interpretation
they
of-
But that's why I'm asking that, because if you're gonna put God
also say that
first,
they
God
believe
is
in the
pretty much
Torah.
telling you.
Right.
No.
They also believe in the Bible.
Right, exactly. So how that this is a whole different conversation, and we're gonna have to.
Satan
This is
believes
what I'm
in,
trying
even
to say.
Satan believes in God, and Satan
No,
believes and
I
reads
know.
the Bible.
I know,
Satan
but
knows the Bible too.
The
so
point that
just
I was
because-
getting, the point that I was getting at was that you saying that loving God essentially brings everything else in line, and I'm saying I don't think that's 100% true, because if you have people like the jihad.
Well, maybe it comes to the identification of who is God, and it's not.
No,
the
no,
God
no,
that
And
is
the
on.
reason why
All right. Listen, I respect where y'all want to talk about this, but
we didn't even put our left
stop.
blinker on.
My man just mentioned, who is God? No, we ain't going down that.
We can not now
we
though.
can, not today.
We just went left.
That's whoa.
Well,
Next
I was
week,
just
nah.
saying that because
Nah, that was a good ass question.
It's not a bad. I'm not saying it's not a bad question. I'm just saying like that requires more than the next 30 seconds.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
dig it.
All right.
I dig it.
That's the whole. We need to have this podcast. Stay tuned for that shit,
It's coming.
ladies and gentlemen.
If I knew some Islamic or some kind of a Middle Eastern prayer, I would be doing it right now. But I don't.
Durka, baka, laka, daka.
This nigga.
You never seen
And
Team
not that
America
I'm
World
Islamic
Police?
at all.
I saw. Who
What's
hasn't?
that?
Come on now.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
haven't, go
yeah.
watch it.
Classic.
What's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
No,
Alright,
nothing of
we gotta-
Islam in me.
Damn, Slade.
The only one I want to get to know more of is people who like the Jews to teach me about the Torah and stuff like that. But I'm not well equipped, but I know a lot of
On that
Muslims
note,
and
ladies
shit,
and gentlemen,
so.
we appreciate you tuning in. Left turns, left and right. Left turns, left and right. Anyway, I'm Frank,
That's
aka
a fucking
PJ.
circle, nigga.
Durka.
Here with Ray.
Baka, laka,
Yo.
laka.
Here with Jonah.
Yo, later, Alpha Gang.
Fabian.
What's up?
John.
America, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
If you're still listening, thank you. You a trooper. Remember, we are all alphas as something.
Why?
Peace.
Why?